Hey guys, it's me Paco, and you're watching Bad Witch Books. Hey guys, today we're going to be going over the 3 challenges I'm going to be doing for the year of 2023. These are 3 challenges I've come up with later in the month of January, which is why it's a later video and not announced at the beginning of the year. But these are the 3 challenges I'm going to be doing for the month. So the first challenge is not technically a challenge, it is a readathon, and it is going to be the Throne of Glass readathon. If you guys want to join me, I do have my Discord link down below, where not only will we be talking about the Throne of Glass readathon, we will also be doing my book club, the Enchanted Forest book club. So that Discord link is down below, and that is how we will be talking about it, and where we will be discussing the book club picks from now on. The book club meetings will be on the Discord. I got the idea from the Castle Library Princess, and I just prefer it that way. It's just easier for me to do. Okay, but back to this. So the Throne of Glass readathon, I am a huge Throne of Glass fan. I loved Sarah J. Maas a couple years ago. I have not been loving her current work. I was not the biggest fan of her latest book, but the Throne of Glass series is my favorite of her work, so I'm going to be rereading it, and I was like, let me do a readathon. So in January this month, we are reading Assassin's Blade. In February, it will be a Throne of Glass. March will be A Crown of Midnight, and then after that, since the books get bigger, I'm looking at the books right now when I look this way, Heir of Fire is going to be April, May. June, July will be Queen of Shadows. August, September will be Empire of Storms, I believe. And then so on and so on. I do have down below, like I said, if you go on the Discord, you guys will see a reading schedule for that. But anyway, other than that, the other challenges are going to be one that is personal to me. These other 2 are like personal challenges, but it is to read the entirety of the Chris Claremont X-Men run. So if you do not know, Chris Claremont is a writer for Marvel. He wrote X-Men from, let me look, I have this written down so that I know. He wrote one of the most iconic X-Men runs there is. He wrote from 1975 to 1991 over 5 comics. Him and Louis Simonson, and I believe, who else is it? Yeah, these 2 are and some of the artists are this iconic X-Men run that made X-Men so popular in the 90s was because of this 80s, the 70s through the 80s run. And so I will be reading that, starting with X-Men, Giant Size X-Men, which will pop up here, and ending with X-Men 1, 1991 here. But yeah, I'll be reading this entire catalog of stories, so that will be fun. My goal is to hopefully have it done by the end of the year. So the next challenge I have is the 2023 for 23 video. Not video, but books to read. I have 23 books, and I will be going over them right now. Editing Paco is going to fucking hate me, because I'm not going to be putting the books up. I will just be popping them up here as we go. So the first, I'm cheated, because I put a lot of series in this that I've either started or been wanting to start. So the first 3 books are a part of a series, and that is The Poppy War, The Dragon Republic, and The Burning God. This is by R.F. Kuang, and it is a really popular series. I don't know much about it. I've just been meaning to read The Poppy War a bunch of times last month, and I never got to it, so it is about time I read it this month. The next is another trilogy, so this is 6 books. 6 books, because including that, so we're on 6. Will be Jade City, Jade War, and Jade Legacy by Fonda Lee. This, all I know, is an urban fantasy, as in it takes place in a city. It's about gangsters, and I know the magic system involves jade of some kind. Heard nothing but great things about this, and I've been meaning to read the series forever. So the next are series that I've started and just haven't finished. So we have Torch Against the Night, and Reaper at the Gate, Sky of the Storm, which is an Ember in the Ashes, the rest of that quartet. So that is another 3 books. That is 9 books we are at. That, like I said, Torch Against the Night, Ember in the Ashes follows 2 characters, Lila and Elias, as they deal with the corrupt political situation that they are in, that Lila's people are being controlled by her, the scholars are being controlled by I forget the name of the other people, but she has to go to Blackgate, and shit happens in the first book. This is a continuation of the series. So that's 9. Next, I will be reading for this, the next series is going to be 6 books, and that is The Iron Prince, The Iron Warrior, The Iron Traitor, The Iron Raven, Iron Sword, and Iron Vow. These books will pop up now. And that is about, it is all by Julie Kagawa, and is a continuation of the Iron Face series. I know the first 3 books I mentioned in that 6 are one series, and then the Iron Raven, and after that are another series, but they all take place in the same world. I love the Iron Faith trilogy series when I read it, so I'm glad to continue it. So we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 books. So the next 2 books are books that I've like pretty much finished the trilogies. I just have the last book in these trilogies to finish, and that is the Daughter of the Smoke and Bone trilogy, which is the last book in that is Dreams of Gods and Monsters, which it follows that series. And then, which follows Anouk, I believe her name is. She works for this chimera, I think is what they are called. They're like these like multi-beast, like combat hybrid things. And there is a war with angels going on, is all I'll say about it. I don't want to get too spoilery into that series. And then the other series finisher is The Hero of Ages, which is the end of the first series of Mistborn. That is my other book I plan to read. Mistborn, if you don't know what it's about, it is about these, the first era is like, what if the bad guy won and the Dark Emperor has been reigning forever, and then you have people who are trying to revolt against him, and you have these things called mistlings who have the ability to take metal, and once they like take the metal, they can activate powers. Usually people can do one, but some people who are Mistborn can do all the metals, because they're like the Avatar. Oh, yeah. Okay, the rest are non-sequels, except for one other book is a sequel, but the next books are The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. This is a book, dark academia book that takes place in a college. I don't know if the college is popular. I just know it's really popular and I've been wanting to read it forever. Next, we have Bindle Prunk Bruja by... I'll have her name right here because the cover will be right here because I don't know. I can't read it on this thing I wrote. But all I know is this book is about a girl, a white passing Latina in the... What is it called? Abolition days, where like alcohol was illegal, and she is the club owner. I believe it's a speakeasy because like it's like in hiding from the cops, and she gets tangled up with the like mafia there. She is also hiding the fact that she is a witch, and this book sounds perfect for me. I'm really excited to get into it. I've been wanting to read it all year. Next is Nefarious Sorcerers. This is just a high fantasy book. I saw it. It looks interesting, and I kind of just randomly chose this one. But here's the cover. I don't know much about it, and I'm trying to keep it that way. Next is Gideon the Ninth, which is about necromancers, lesbian necromancers in space. All I need to know, and of course, that just sounds amazing. The next is Her Majesty's Royal Coven, which is a book about witches in the UK. All I know is that the author is trans and wrote this as a FU to J.K. Rowling, and I'm like, say less, let me pay. And then last is Fate Like Magic, which is the sequel to Blood Like Magic. It's like Fate Like Blood, I believe, or Blood Like Fate. You'll see right here the cover. Beautiful cover. Gorgeous cover. I enjoyed the first book. It follows a girl who is a family of witches, and she has to fulfill a thing to her ancestors to get her power. And it is like the ultimate. It's not ultimate. It's just a really hard decision she has to do, because her ancestor is like, you to get your power, you have to kill the one you love the most, or the person you love the most, or will love the most, or your soulmate, or something like that. But yeah. And it was really good. The first book was really good. I'm really excited for the sequel. But yes, so those are all the 23 for 23 challenge. So we have the Throne of Glass readathon, the 23 for 23, and the Chris Claremont X-Men challenge. But those are my reading challenges for 2023. If you guys have any that are specific to you, name them down. I had fun. I did each. I'm doing a spread in my reading journal for the year. This is my new one for the 2023. And this is the 23 for 2023, and then I have the Chris Claremont X-Men challenge as well. But yeah, I need to make a spread for the Throne of Glass one. But let me know what you guys have challenged down below. Comment if you are interested in joining the Discord. It is down below. I set in my link down below, and I will see you guys next time.